Hello and welcome to this section on functions. In this section, you will be learning what are functions and why to use them, how to implement a function in Python, how to pass parameters and return values from a function, and finally, you will be writing a program in Python that implements function. So what is a function? A function is a named unit of code that performs a specific task. For example, take the call button of your phone. What does that do? On your dial pad, you enter a contact number and you press the call button. On pressing the call button, a function call is being triggered, which is to make a phone call. Now, functions are reusable piece of code. What does that mean? Earlier what you did was press the call button through your dial pad. But now what you will do is go to your contacts app of your phone, search any contact and press the call button from your contacts app. Now the result will be the same, which is making a phone call. So the same call button was used in multiple places to perform the same function. Now this is called code reusability, and this is the major advantage of a function. I would highly recommend and encourage you all to use as many functions in your code as possible. That makes your code really easy to read and you can reuse the code as many times as you want. Now let's go ahead and implement a function in Python. Let's get started by opening Python's idle environment. The syntax to define a function is to have the def keyword, which stands for define, followed by the function name and an open and close parenthesis, which denotes that it is a function, and end it with a colon, which denotes that there is a block of code that follows this function. And then you provide an indentation and enter your block of code. Now let's see how it works with the help of an example. I will be defining a function called hello world, which would print a line hello world. Let's see how that works. So define hello world. Do you remember the 4 rules you went through while creating a variable? The same rules holds good for a function name as well. Now, the operation which my function has to perform is to print the statement hello world. So that's called as a function definition. Now once your function has been defined, it can be called in any part of your program. All that you have to do in order to call your function is to mention your function name, which is hello world, with a pair of open and close parentheses, which denotes that it is a function call. Now on execution of it, the flow of control is being transferred to the block of code of your function and it gets executed. Now the importance of a function might not seem very crucial to you in this example, but functions will be a very important topic which you will be using throughout your program. One of the major advantages of a function is functions are reusable piece of code. Now what do I mean by saying reusable? It means a function which is once defined can be called any number of times across your programs, and also the same function can be imported to your other programs as well. That's the end of this lecture. You learned how to implement a function. In the next lecture, we will be looking at an example in which functions will be used to reduce a lot of code in your program. And also we will be looking into examples where you get to pass parameters to functions and get return values from functions. I'll see you there. Thank you.